Hello, everybody. Hello, happy Thursday. It's Angela with Happy Little Stitch Shop. Hello. I'm sorry I'm a little late. It's just been a busy morning. It's been a busy couple days. And to be honest, it's a little bit humid here. And so I tried to do my hair down today and it just kept getting bigger and bigger. And so my hair and I have not been getting along this morning. So it took me a little bit of extra time to get here. So hello, Sharon from Texas. Hello, Debbie from Virginia. Hi, Ann Margaret. Hi. Hello. Hi, Kim. I just keep like a weirdo. Kim must have gotten a new project bag from Sharon and she just keeps petting it. That's like how I feel about when I just go and look at things. Like sometimes I just check up on my project bags and make sure that they're doing okay, see if they need anything. Same thing with my teeny tiny pillows. I'm so pleased you like it. Cindy, hello from Virginia. Hello, Sam. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining in. I'm so happy to take some time today and to hang out with you guys a little bit. It has been a busy couple days, a really busy couple days, but I will talk to you more about that in a bit. First, I want to just say hello and welcome to everybody. Hello, Headsy Quilt from Arkansas. Good morning, Nancy. So glad you guys can all join in. Got to keep those pretty project bags company. Rita needs a break from working. Well, I'm glad that you joined us for a break from working. So, how's everybody's week going? My week is going okay. It has been busy, which is a good thing. Cute story, which I know you quilters out there will appreciate this. So my little one, as we know from previous episodes, my little one watches Little Bear. That's kind of her show that she gets to watch. And so we usually go for a walk in the morning and we'll come back and we'll watch Little Bear and she'll have a snack in the morning before she has a nap. And so she has gotten into this habit. She likes to come back. She gets her cup with her water in it, and she likes to take that and sit down with her, have it with her when she sits down. And then she usually gets a snack of some sort. And so I get her a little snack and she has her little bowl right with her. She likes to have a pillow behind her back so she's comfortable. She doesn't always like that, but sometimes she'll be like, pillow, pillow. And then she likes to cover up sometimes, not all the time. She likes to cover up with a blanket. And there are usually blankets and quilts laying all over the place. And so she just grabs whatever's close and she'll cover up on her legs. She'll put the blanket over her legs. And the other day, there was a blanket next to her. And I said, do you want a blanket on? And she goes, yes. And then I started to get the blanket and put it on her. And she goes, no, quilt. She wanted a quilt instead. She did not want a blanket. She wanted a quilt. And so she said, no, quilt, quilt. And she just kept saying quilt over and over. So I thought it made me think of you guys. And I thought, okay, who could appreciate this more than quilters who make quilts? And so I got one of our quilts out and put that over her lap and she was happy. Sharon says, yeah, you have taught her well. Yes, she knows the difference between a blanket and a quilt. And she is starting to prefer the quilt. So that was really cute to see. Other than that, we're settling into virtual schooling still. We're still getting the hang of that. And let's see, we have a house being built next door to us. And so they came in and they filled in around the foundation. So they had dug everything out and we have just mounds of dirt in the area next door to us. And they came in the other day and they pushed all the dirt back in around the foundation. And apparently one of my boys' footballs was down there. And so it's now buried for all eternity next to the house that's next door to us. It was like an old football. It was not a big deal, but it's funny. The kids are like, our football's buried over there and it's going to be buried there forever. Yes. I know, guess who's knitting. So she does have one of her own, although it's a little bit big. Like I kind of made it for more of almost like a picnic quilt and not necessarily a quilt for her to use in her crib. So it's kind of big for her. It wouldn't be safe. I don't feel like it would be safe for her to have in her crib with how big it is right now. but I have a plan to make like another little quick patchwork quilt that's not going to take a lot of time or energy, and I just need to get it done. Part of my hesitation is that I want to put some minky backing on it, and I have never worked with minky before, so I'm a little nervous about doing some with the smaller quilts. I usually in the past have had success free motion quilting it. And so my plan is to do that again, but I've never done it with minky, so I'm a little nervous about that. Oh, T Love to Sew. She's on Instagram and she says, hello, I just started quilting about 2 months ago. I'm a garment sewer, but quilts caught my eye one day, and I must say I love it. And it's very therapeutic. Finished 2 quilts on my 3rd and 4th one. Welcome to the quilting world. There is something I will say about finishing a quilt, and I feel the same way about finishing a cross stitch piece. It's like a rush when you finish a quilt. It's like such a big accomplishment. This is how I feel. And then I think, I want to make all the things, because you just feel this rush of, you have this finished quilt. It's done. It's quilted. It's bound. It's washed. It's perfect. It's ready to use. And for me, that is such a rush to have a finished quilt. I feel like I've conquered something by doing that. And it's just, it makes me happy to have those finished. So welcome to the quilting world. Thank you so much for joining us. We are glad to have you here. Sharon says minky requires lots of pinning. Oh, and Sharon, you know how I feel about pinning. I don't like pinning very much, but I learned my lesson and I am now a better pinner than I used to be. Guess Who's Knitting says minky is nice and feels great, but messy to work with. I'm not sure about quilting it, but people do. Elizabeth says, I have a couple quilts I need to finish. Yeah, I have a couple that I need to get quilted and finished too. And I will be happy to, I'm nearly there on some of them. And I got to finish this Peanuts Dresden one that's back here. I just need to get it done. Should I wash it when it's finished? And thank you. Yes, after you have it bound, feel free to wash up those quilts. It makes them extra crinkly. I can do tops, but I don't know how to quilt pretty. Hey, you're not the only one there. So T. Faye says she can do tops, but she doesn't know how to quilt pretty. I don't think you're alone in that one. I don't have a long arm quilting machine, and so I've tried free motion before, and I do okay with the smaller stuff, but if you're new, you probably have not heard about my timeout quilt, but I did have a quilt that was larger that I tried to free motion quilt, and it sat in timeout for a number of weeks because we're not getting along. And then a friend, Kim, was nice enough to offer to put it on her long arm for me, and I love it. It's like our couch quilt. Everybody uses it. Everybody grabs that and uses it, and I love it. And I want more quilts out there. I just need to get more done. So you're not alone there. It's either something you continue to work with and try to figure out, or you send it out to have somebody else do it and at least get it done. Sam says, one of the only quilts I didn't quilt myself was minky. Sent it away. Oh, no, really? Oh, that doesn't bode well for me then. Marple Stitches. Can we order the Jane Austen? I'm almost out of that. So it isn't even here yet. The Jane Austen wide back backing is due sometime in October to Riley Blake Designs, and then they'll start shipping it out from there. So, and I've already pre-sold. It's insane, you guys. I've already pre-sold all of the bolts that I ordered, and then I ordered more bolts, and then I pre-sold pretty much all of those. And I don't know how much they have left. So Marple, is that what it is? Marple Stitches. If you want to send me a note after the live stream or right now, send me something and I can look into that and see if I can get more. And then I can respond to you and let you know that for sure. But I'll have to look in my inventory. And there's a chance, because the inventory that I put online for yardage, I usually shorten it a little bit, because you never know how, by the time you get to the end of the bolt, it's hard. I can't tell if I have a yard there or a yard and a half. Like, I just can't tell. So I usually shorten it. And so then sometimes I might have some left over. So it's always worth just checking with me, because if I have some left over, then I can measure it out and tell you what I have. And some people say, I'll take whatever you got. And some people say, no, I need more than that. But just send me a message and I'll look into that for you. Sam says, straight line quilting is an awesome at-home option for beginner quilters. Straight line quilting, that's a good idea. I actually did some of that on a Halloween thing that I did, which I will show when it gets closer to Halloween. T Love to Sew says, do you have Folktale in stock? Not yet. Folktale is coming out in October, so it will ship to me sometime in October, but I will have the entire collection. I have some quilt kits that are available to be reserved at happylittlestitchshop.com, and then I will have the entire collection of yardage once it ships to me in October. So it's not, nobody has it yet because it hasn't been released yet, but when it is released in October, I will definitely have it. Okay, so let's jump into some good stuff. Today I've got a lot of cross-stitching stuff and then a few quilting things. And I'll be honest, it's been a busy couple days. And so I don't have a ton of stuff. I didn't pull a ton of stuff to share with you guys today. So it might be a shorter live stream unless there are lots of questions, which I'm happy to answer any questions that people have. So feel free to ask away. Okay. So first, let's talk about Frosty Forest. We are in the midst of our final month for our Frosty Forest Stitch Along. I cannot believe that we have been doing this Stitch Along for 9 months, you guys. This is the pattern that you're working on right now to finish up Frosty Forest. This is the 9th and final pattern for this series. Unless you're me and you decided to switch out that middle pattern, then this is the pattern that I used. This one is called Let Us Adore Him, and it's a little church. And then I've showed you this the last few weeks. I promise I won't show it all the time. This will probably be my last time showing it because this is the last live stream of September. And so then we'll be done with Frosty Forest. Frosty Forest is in the books. So this is my Frosty Forest kind of finish until I figure out how I want to finish it further. But as you can see, we worked through each of the 9 stitches in the series, and then I switched out the middle one for the church instead of doing the other one. This was a lot of fun, you guys, and I am so thankful to those of you who jumped on the Happy Little Stitch Shop bandwagon right from the get-go. Our shop was just starting out. Nobody had even heard of us. Not that a ton of people have heard of us now, but I'm so thankful for people who decided to give us a shot and give us a try and join our Stitch Along, our very first Stitch Along. So that's Frosty Forest. And we're done with that. We're like wrapping that one up. And then we also are finishing up for our Cottage of the Month Stitch Along. We are finishing up October this month. And we are moving on to November. Kim says that stitch makes my heart so happy. I need to FFO mine too. I can't wait to see yours. And it makes me happy too. That stitch is one of the things that brought Kim and I together because she joined our Stitch Along and won a giveaway. One of the first opening weekend giveaways that I did. She won it and we became fast friends. And so every time I see that Frosty Forest Stitch Along, I will think about Kim and connections that I've made, which were so unexpected. I mean, when we decided to take this plunge into owning a shop and trying to do an online shop, I did not expect to connect with so many people. And I am so, so thankful for that. It's just been a very nice, unexpected pleasure of being able to meet some of you people and get to know you and chat with you and teach some of you how to do voice messaging on Instagram and learn from Sharon how to do voice messaging and joke around. Think that Sam's husband is a super, oh my gosh, my husband laughed at that. So Sam had a birthday a few weeks ago. And then shortly after that, she celebrated her anniversary with her husband. And I said, oh, happy anniversary. You have a birthday and an anniversary in the same week. It's a big week for you guys. She said something like, yeah, she got a super out of the deal or something like that. And I was like, what? Okay, her husband must be, pretty handy with fixing things. And I kind of just thought, huh, okay, and let it go. And then she responded, and it was a typo. She meant to type supper. And instead she said super. And I was like, oh my gosh, I thought your husband was just really, really like a Mr. Fix-It type of person. Oh my gosh, she was laughing. I read it to my husband. My husband was laughing. He thought it was so, so funny. So I love all of those connections with you guys. And there have been countless others. Trust me that typos have happened. One just happened this morning with Kim that was really funny. I think my charm needed to be rescued or something like that. So this is October. This is my October that I'm finished with. Typos are no joke. For some of you, I apologize and I feel really bad for you because I feel like you need the Happy Little Stitch Shop decoder in order to know what I'm trying to tell you. Sometimes I look back and I read the messages that I send and I'm like, what? And it came from my brain, so I should know what I'm trying to say. But when I reread it, I'm like, I don't know what I was trying to tell this person, but I hope that they understand what I was trying to say. That should be something I put on the shop, a Happy Little Stitch Shop decoder. Oh, Mary, these monthly cottages are so, so cute. I'm so glad that we decided to do this stitch along, and they are so much fun to stitch. So Mary, you should definitely do that. And I have them all back in stock right now. Or you could just join in with ours and then just keep going, like join in with November and then just keep going. My charm needs to be rescued, Kim. Let's be honest, it does. Yes, Mary. Oh, it's so fun. Mary, it is so fun. I look forward to these new cottages each month. And my plan still is to frame them and hang them all up as like a year-round monthly display in my little one's room, but I haven't been able to secure any frames yet. So I'm still working on that. But that's October, and I love these cottages. They are so, so much fun to stitch, and they go pretty quick. Like they don't take a ton of time. So they're pretty fast, pretty quick stitches. And then we're working on Farmhouse Christmas. We are working on Cock-a-doodle-doo. This is by Little House Needleworks, and we are in the midst of Cock-a-doodle-doo. And we are moving into Farm Folk, which is this one. So cute. This series has been so, so darling to stitch. And I can't believe we are moving into month 8. We're almost done with this one too. It's insane. And I finished my Cock-a-doodle-doo one. That gingham roof, it will forever be known to me as the McClintock stitch, I think, every time I look at it. So I finished it, and that gingham roof, you guys, oh my gosh. You guys weren't joking around. That gingham roof was so fun to stitch. And it was like the perfect, like looking at it from afar, I didn't realize that there was some green in there, some of that kind of olive green color. But it's perfect. You couldn't just do that in black and white. It wouldn't look the same. And so that little addition of that green in there just makes it perfect. Don't you think? Like, I don't know. When I was stitching it, I was like, oh, there's green in here. Is that right? I thought it was just black and white. But there's some green in there, and it really, black and white wouldn't have given the same effect. It really looks nice with that green in there. So that's my Farmhouse Christmas. I'm excited to do the next one. I'm loving that series. I really, really am. It's a lot of fun. And then Jack Frost. How is everybody doing? So guess who's knitting? Farmhouse Christmas is on 18 count Ada. And is that what you meant? What count fabric? Or do you want to know the dimensions that it's cut to? Because I think Farmhouse Christmas is supposed to be all stitched together, maybe approximately a 13-inch square. So then you would want it to be like 17 by 17 for your fabric size, if that's what you're asking. The little houses, so the cottage of the month, that is on 16 count. 16 count lamb's wool is what I've done it on. I think what she stitched it on is 28 count linen. So you could do a 14 count Aida, which would be equivalent to that if you want a similar size. But we are, for the stitch along, we're stitching it on 16 count. So, hello, Vita. Thanks for joining. So for Jack Frost Tree Farm, we are finishing up Hot Cocoa, which is this one. And we are going to be moving into Fresh Pines, which is this one. And my mom is stitching this one. And that's where she's at. This one is so cute. And I think this Cafe au Lait fabric flare cloth is perfect for it. Like, it just is perfect for the background. I love it. The colors all look great on it. They really stand out. I like it. So my mom's stitching that one and she's really liking it. So she's anxious to move on to the next one. That's for Jack Frost Tree Farm. Judy says she's trying to catch up, almost done with the first block. Love it. Oh, good. Keep going. Keep plugging along. And then we're working on Truckin Along. So Truckin Along is by the house, Stitching with the Housewives. We are currently stitching September. This one is darling with those leafy trees. It's so, so cute. So this is September that people are finishing up. And then next to come is October. And that's what October looks like. And I just got some of their, well, I got them a couple weeks ago. Their September releases for Stitching with the Housewives are in the shop. Boo to You, I think they're, and there's another one. Can't remember what the other one is. And then I just saw what they're releasing in October. I think there are 2 Christmas ones and then their December truck. And I have all of those on order. So for those of you who like to get those things, all of their stuff that they just released that will be coming out in October, I have them on order. So hopefully towards the beginning of October, I'll be getting those in the shop as well. Really? Now I have to do another stitch along? You're killing me. Oh no, which one do you like, Judy? Yeah, the Truckin Along one we've been doing for a little while. I think we started with June. And now we're moving into October. Charlotte and I love, love, love their candy cane coop. Oh yeah. So that's one of the ones that I think they just released that I've ordered. So that'll be coming. Yep. And then we are also doing Welcome to the Forest. And I wish that there were numbers on these, but I believe that you guys are finishing up the blue cottage. And we're going to be moving into the pink cottage, which is this one. That's a really cute series. And that one's kind of short. So that one will be ending pretty soon. And then we have Celebrate Tiered Trays. Yeah, Cafe au Lait is so, so cute, Vita. I love that fabric. Same with Hazy Gray. There are some other snowflake fabrics that Fabric Flare has that I think are so cute. Terry is stitching one on some of their snowflake cloth, and I can't wait to see her. She's doing Gnome for the Holidays by Tiny Modernist is the pattern, and she's doing it on Classic Snowflake by Fabric Flare. She had asked for our opinion and the kids all voted, and the unanimous decision was Snowflake, Classic Snowflake. So she took the kids' advice and she's stitching it on that. So we can't wait to see how it turns out. So Celebrate, we are just finishing up Halloween, Celebrate Halloween. I saw Kim's, maybe it was last night. I think it was last night. Oh my gosh, it's so, so cute. This pattern is just adorable. So Kim's looks amazing. She is keeping up with this stitch along, and I kind of can't believe it. I've thrown in the towel. I know that I'm not going to be able to keep up with it. But my mom is stitching. She's trying to help me catch up, and she's kind of thrown in the towel too. But she's already started on Christmas because she really likes the Christmas one. So we're finishing up Halloween and we're moving into Christmas. And this is what the Christmas one looks like. And it is so cute. Look at that. I mean, it's so cute. There's a little Rudolph. There's like a little Santa right there. I love this series. I hope to someday find time to be able to stitch them all up because I love this tiered tray series. They are so, so cute. And then on the tiered tray subject, Madame Chantilly is the designer, and I have confirmation that she is stitching or designing. She's designing an autumn one. So we had made suggestions to her about other tiered trays. You guys had all kind of voted during one of our weekly comment questions. And you guys had voted, and a lot of people had requested autumn and winter. And then Kim had come up with the idea to do a sewing tiered tray, like a sewing themed one with maybe pin cushions or spools of thread, which would be so, so cute. So I passed all of those along to her months ago, like a while ago, and she is designing autumn right now. I have not gotten confirmation or commitment from her about anything further than that, but I know for sure that she's working on autumn right now. So I can't wait to see that one. I think that could be a really, really pretty tray. So autumn will be coming at some point. I have no idea when she's going to release. I have no information other than she's designing it. So that's happening. So that's exciting. Tiered trays. Okay, then we are also working on Spooky Hollow. We just started this one. So this month is our first month for Spooky Hollow. And this one is called Bed and Breakfast. Spooky Hollow is by Little Stitch Girl. And they are so, so cute. So this was my finish for the first one. And it's kind of bugging me because I feel like it's on here crooked. And I feel like I didn't do, like I was so excited to share it last week. And then I shared it. And then I kept looking at it like something is wrong. What is wrong? It feels like it's crooked. And so I think, I don't know what's wrong with it. But even when you do this fabric, the background fabric on the bias, because I've done some that are straight. When I do a gingham, I've done it straight. I feel like the straight really shows if you're off at all, because you can tell, you have those columns that are straight up and down. And if you're off at all with your mounting it to your board, it's really noticeable. So I thought, okay, bias is better. It's more forgiving. Definitely do the bias and kind of mount it on the bias. So that's what I did with this one, but you still have to be kind of straight. And I don't think I'm straight very much at all. I really focused on the top being straight and then the bottom was not straight. So I'm still trying to decide. My gauge is either, yeah, I can live with that, or, oh, it's going to bug me. So that's kind of my gauge. And so right now, so if you're ever in here when I'm working on something, I would talk to myself. And so I'll be stitching something or sewing something, and then I'll look at it and I'll be like, yeah, I can live with that. And then I'll move on. So right now I'm in the midst of trying to decide if I can live with it or if I need to take it apart and fix it. So, but that's my Spooky Hollow, and it's super fun to stitch. This was a fun stitch. I did some of my back stitching darker so that it would show up a little bit better. I used 2 strands instead of 1. And the nice thing about spooky stitches, I said this last week, if your back stitching is crooked, it just makes it all that much more spooky. So don't worry about crooked back stitching when you're doing spooky stitching. Oh, Debbie says it looks fine to me. Really? Do you think so? It doesn't look crooked? Be honest with me because I can take it. I mean, I might cry about it later, but I can take it now. I'm just kidding. I won't cry about it later. So just be honest with me. Does it look like it's crooked? It feels like it's crooked to me. It's kind of bugging me. Like I feel like it needs to go like that. I don't know. So I have to look at it. Honest, says Debbie. Okay, because I trust you guys. If you tell me that it's crooked, then I'll fix it. If you tell me it's straight, then I will probably just decide that I can live with it. And then we're moving into Witch's Brew coffee shop. Coffee cafe. Coffee. Just Witch's Brew coffee shop. This is by Little Stitch Girl. I've heard that this one goes a little bit faster. So for those of you who are doing the Spooky Hollow and Bed and Breakfast felt like it was taking a little bit of time, I've heard that this one goes faster than Bed and Breakfast. And I did start it. Do you want to see my start? I mean, I didn't get very far, but I'm trying to stay ahead, as far ahead as I possibly can. So I think I just got their roof done. Yeah, that roof seemed to take forever. Although I had a short amount of time and I was rushed to get it done because my goal was to complete the roof and I wasn't going to stop until I got it done. So I at least got the roof done. But I'm excited people have been saying that those little witches are really fun to stitch. So that one will be fun. I'm excited about it. The floss dude, it wouldn't bug me, but it would bug my wife. I can barely notice. Are you being serious? Where is it? It wouldn't bug you? Oh, it would bug your wife. Okay, so it's not that, from what I'm hearing from that, it's not terribly off, but it's a little bit off, that it's kind of noticeable. So for most people, it wouldn't really bother them, but for people who are looking for that kind of stuff, they might be like, that's off. I get that, because I am not that type of person. I could walk into a house, I don't notice anything about anything, but I know other people in my life who are very observant of that kind of stuff, and I'm just not. So that's good feedback. So maybe, I don't know, maybe I just don't observe it that much. Maybe it makes it spookier. I love it. Yes. I should have just done it really askew, and then it would be super spooky with my back stitching. That's a great idea. I love it. Okay, so that's Spooky Hollow. Elizabeth says she thinks it looks pretty good. Thank you. I appreciate that. Sam says, use the 10 rule. How does it look 10 feet away, passing at 10 miles an hour? Oh, that is funny. It looks really good in that case. I have not heard of that rule, but I am going to apply that to many aspects of my life. From my vantage point, it looks great. Oh, okay, thank you. Thank you. A girl just needs to ask you guys, and then all is well. Okay, and then we're also doing little Stitcheroos. And how is everybody doing with little Stitcheroos? I saw Charlotte's update. Elizabeth, it looked so, so cute. Kim posted Addie receiving her little package. Did you guys see that in my stories? Oh my gosh, my heart was touched. I woke up and there was a notification that somebody had shared a story about Happy Little Stitch Shop. And so I went and I looked at the story, and it was a video of Kim's little girl, Addie, receiving her Happy Little Stitcheroos package. And she was opening it up and she was pulling everything out of the package. And she was like, my very own pattern. I have my very own floss kit, my very own fabric. Oh, it touched my heart. I was like, this is the best thing ever. That was so sweet to see. Oh, Elizabeth said she saw it. She said, I love that video. It was so cute. It was so cute. I love it when you guys share stuff like that, because I can see, what happens with the stuff on the other end. Like, I get to package it all up and then ship it out, but it's really cool to be able to see what happens with it once you guys get it. And then even more awesome to see what you guys are making it into. So that video was so, so sweet. I'm so glad she shared it. Huckleberry. Hi, Huckleberry. She says that was adorable. She saw it too. So right now we are working on, for Happy Little Stitcheroos, we're working on the chick, and we're finishing that up, and we're going to be moving into the tulips. And so, as you know, I finished the chick into a teeny tiny pillow, which prompted me to start a Huckleberry says hello to everybody, which prompted me to start a teeny tiny pillow stitch along. So this is happening, and it's starting in January. But some of you have asked me if I could post a video about these teeny tiny pillows, and I'm kind of working out the kinks right now, because there are some things that I didn't like about it and some things that I did like about it. So first of all, Lori Holt made these teeny tiny pillows. So this is not my idea, clearly. Lori Holt came up with this idea, and she has a video on her YouTube channel about how she makes them. Now, I didn't want to put the felt stuff on the back. I want to be able to see her pretty fabric and enjoy the fabric that's on the back. So what she does is she has a slit in the back and she stuffs her pillow through the slit in the back. And then she covers it with felt and then puts like a little safety pin with some beads on it on the back of her stitch. But I didn't want to do that. I wanted to be able to see the fabric. So, but sewing with cross stitch fabric is a little bit interesting. So this one turned out really good, actually. This one I can definitely live with. And then this second one I did, and I felt like I didn't stuff it enough. So it's amazing how much stuffing these things take. So this one, I feel like it wasn't stuffed enough. And these kept kind of ripping when I was trying to sew it. So then on the third one, I did a new way of doing it. And then it ended up being a lot bigger than these two. And I really didn't like it bigger. I like the size of these. I think they're so cute like this. And so then I trimmed it down and then it turned out even smaller. So I'm still working out, which this one is pretty cute. I mean, I think it's still darling. It turned out a little bit smaller. So I now think I have the dimensions figured out and I have how to stuff the bottom without having ripping figured out. So this one finally didn't rip, but then it turned out a lot bigger than the other ones. And so then I had to tear it out and go back and fix it. It's still cute, but it's a little bit smaller than I would like. So I think this fourth time for me could be the charm. And then I will be able to give you guys some tried and true information about how to do it. Let's see. Maybe I need to do a video of my husband seeing another package coming from you, says Judy. That could make me laugh. My husband would probably enjoy that. Kim says, Kim, please post that on the Facebook group. I want to see that. Oh, that's a good idea. You should post it on the Facebook group, Kim. That's true. That would be fun for everybody to see because it just stayed on my stories for a little bit. And I asked her before I posted it. Anytime there are kids involved, I'm always going to ask permission before posting it. And she said yes, that I could share it in my stories. I don't know if it's still on Instagram. I would have to look. Judy says, then to find out I've ordered some things twice and you let me know before shipping. You weren't the only one. So I do have one Happy Little Stitch box left because a couple people ordered it twice. They wanted it so much. So there's one left out there. And then they'll all be gone. You're my Huckleberry. Yes. Oh, I was looking back through videos the other day and I was trying to find that one where we all met Huckleberry and we had the big discussion about tombstone. Need to do those. Do you stuff with fiberfill or shells? Okay, so this was a question that somebody asked me was, what do I use for the filling? This is what I used. We had these old couch pillows that were just kind of gross. And so I had to get rid of them. And instead, what I did is I made pillow covers and I just got pillow forms. And now I can take those pillow covers off and I can wash them all the time. And I can switch them out for seasons, which I would love to do, but I haven't had time to make more. But I just made zippered pillow covers and then I can take them off and throw them in the wash and it's all great. But the old pillows that I had, I didn't want to just throw away all that stuffing. And so I ripped each of them open and I took out all the stuffing that was inside of them. And I have garbage bags full of stuffing. And I thought, I'm sure that sometime I will make a pillow and I'll want some stuffing. And I don't really care what's inside of there as long as, it fluffs it up nicely. And so I have garbage bags full of old stuffing. And then my mom saw what I was doing and she wanted to get rid of pillows. And so then she took the stuffing out of a bunch of her, or she brought them up to me and then I cut them up and I took the stuffing out. So I have all of her stuffing in garbage bags too. So yeah, so I can be really cheap in some aspects of my life. And so for stuffing for pillows, that's not something that I care a lot about. And so if I can use the stuff that I already had, then that's what I was going to use. So that's what I've been using for this. I just go to my garbage bag and I pull out stuffing. And these little pillows take a surprising amount of stuffing. Like stuff it. And then once you think you have enough, stuff it some more. And then once you think, okay, that must be enough, then stuff it some more. And then you think, okay, there can't possibly be any more. Then stuff it a few more times, and then you might actually be done. So yeah, they take a lot of stuffing. So that's what I did with my stuffing. I didn't pick anything out or go and buy anything. I just used what I had here. Okay, so Stitch Along. We're doing the Stitcheroos. And I have those 3 done. And then I have to share what my girls have been doing, or maybe just one, because I don't think my other one has hers in here. I don't know where hers is. So, oh, I do know where it is. Oh my gosh. Hold on a second. I put it in my drawer. She finished it this week. And she has a finishing idea. So my older girl finished her Happy Little Stitcheroos. This is what it looks like. She did a nice job. My younger of the 2 who are stitching this is still working. She's almost done with half of the border. And she's getting into it. She says that it's making more sense now. So she's enjoying it and she's happy with it. But my oldest one finished hers. And then she asked if she could start on her next one. So she has started on her next one. And she has kind of a finishing idea that we're going to try out. She wants to finish all 4 of them together with fabric sashing in the middle. So that's what we're going to try. She's picked out the fabric she wants to use. And then once she gets all 4 of them finished, we'll sew it all together and then frame it. She wants to frame it, but she wants to frame all 4 of them together. So that's her plan. So she's plugging along with her stuff. Okay, you guys, while we're on the subject of Stitcheroos, I have to tell you that Elizabeth is so, so sweet. She sent my girls some stitching things. So look at this, you guys. Okay, I don't even know what to show because they're all so adorable. So Elizabeth had reached out to me. Her daughter Charlotte is doing Stitcheroos, and she had shared the bag that she had made for Charlotte that had a little pig on it on our Facebook group, Happy Little Stitchers on Facebook. And so she reached out to me and she said, I would love to make project bags for your girls, but I'd like to personalize them. What kinds of things do they like? And so I thought, oh, that's really, really nice. And so she made this for my older daughter who loves books. And she made this and she sent it to us. This was so darling. And then she made a bitty board to go with it, which, as you can see, my daughter is using because she put her thread on it. So she made these 2 for my older daughter. And then she made this one. My younger daughter loves cats. Oh, look at this. She made this one for my younger daughter who loves cats. It's so, so darling. And then she made a little board for her as well. It's so darling. So we got this box from Elizabeth. So I knew that the bags were coming because she had emailed me about it, but I didn't know she was going to make these boards. And then she sent this for my little one. Oh, it's so darling. She sent this for my little one. My little one has been running around with this, and she calls it her squishy. That's what she calls it. Where's Squishy? Squishy. So because it has this is some different kind of stuffing in here because it almost feels like gel. I mean, I don't know what it is, but it is very squishy and very cuddly. And so she sent this for my little one and she just loves it. She carries around like this all day and she calls it her squishy. And today over lunch, her dad came home and she was talking about squishy, and she goes, where is it? Where's Squishy? And she's looking around. I was like, Squishy's in the office because I'm going to share Squishy on the live stream. So she sent this, and then she sent a package of candy bars for everybody to enjoy, but mainly for the boys. I mean, the boys were like, those are ours because the other kids got this other stuff, but I don't have those to show you because they're all gone. They've all been eaten by the kids. But oh my gosh, and you guys, what touched me the most was so I just gave the box to my girls, and I let them open it. Like I just gave it to them and let them have at it. And their faces when they were opening this stuff, I like had to leave the room because they don't get a lot of stuff. We just don't get our kids a ton of stuff. We get things that are necessary, but we don't get a lot of extra stuff because to buy extra stuff for 6 kids gets to be a lot. And so to see their faces when they were opening these, it was so precious. So thank you so much, Elizabeth. It was very nice of you. Okay. Sharon says, oh, how cute. Wow, Elizabeth, those are wonderful. These are so cute. Kudos to you, Elizabeth. That makes me so happy. I'm so glad that they liked them. They loved them. They loved them. They were so excited about it. And they started using it right away. They couldn't wait to start using it. It was so, so sweet. So thank you, Elizabeth, from all of us. And my daughter actually wrote, thank you. Both of them did. They wrote thank you cards to you. So the next time you have an order coming, you're probably going to get, as long as I remember to include it, which has happened before where I forget. As long as I remember to include it, you'll have a thank you card in there. Okay, so sweet. Thank you, Elizabeth. I really, really appreciate it. Okay, and then we have some stitch alongs that are going to be starting in November, which, let's be honest, it'll be here before we know it. So the first one is Sew by Row. This is by Lori Holt. And we are doing like each row at a time. There's a schedule out on the website in the description for the Stitch Along reservation. This is going to start in November, which means it'll ship at the end of October. And so if you're interested in joining this one, the reservation is on the website and you can go and sign up for that one. That one will be fun. And then the other one that we have coming up and starting in November is the Shine On Sampler Cross Stitch. This one is going to be so much fun to stitch. And again, there's a schedule that's on the reservation page on the website that shows you what we're doing at different times. Of course, you could do whatever you want to, but kind of a guideline if we truly want to try to stitch together. So this one will be a lot of fun. And then we're also starting the Shine On Block of the Month is starting in November as well. And I still have plenty of these books for anybody who is looking for more for a book. And you're not getting one with, if you're not part of our Block of the Month, Shine On Block of the Month Club, or if you're not part of our Shine On Cross Stitch Along, and you want a book for yourself, I have plenty in the shop. So please go and check it out and get yourself a book. There's so many fun things in here. And I've been posting, like I try to post each week or every few days, different projects that are in the book. So if you are following me on Instagram or Facebook, then you'll see the different projects that are offered in the book. And on the website, the shop website for the Bonnie and Camille book, you can see pictures of all of the projects that are in the book there too. So, okay, so that's what's coming soon. Let's see. I've gone through, oh. No, I haven't started that yet. But guess what I did start? Sam, are you on here still? Because look what you made me do, Sam. Does anybody know what this is? Just from the start of it, can you tell what it is? So I went ahead and started this one against all judgment, better judgment in my brain that was telling me, no, don't do it. Don't do it. I kept seeing such adorable pictures of it. And ever since I first saw this from Camille, like months ago, I was like, yes, I want to stitch that. I want to hang that on my wall right back here. Yes. And there's been so much going on. So I haven't done it. And then Sam has been stitching it and it's been so cute. And every time I see her updates, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so cute. It's so darling. And then somebody else I saw was stitching it and I was like, darn it, it is so cute. And so Stitchville, I just one day grabbed some cloth and decided to jump in. So Stitchville has begun, except my tree is off. So I have to rip that out. I did it up one too high, but oh my gosh, it's so cute. And what I'm noticing, yeah, it's just darling. I kept looking at my stitches like, I don't know what's going on with my stitches. They feel kind of funky on this cloth. But the more I look at them, the more I kind of like them. So either I'm getting used to it. There are a lot of quarter stitches in this one. You feel so less alone. That is funny. Yes, so I'm stitching with you, except I started on the outside. So I'm starting where you guys are ending. Huckleberry says Stitchville. It's the Thimble Blossoms cross stitch with the houses. This is on my wish list. It's Stitchville. Yeah, it's super cute. Oh, you haven't seen it, Huckleberry? Let me try to see if I can show you without showing you the pattern, because I have it. This is it. This is it. Isn't it cute? I might change the middle color. I haven't decided yet. So I might change the middle, but it's cute. It's called Stitchville. It's got little spools of thread and then houses with trees. It's so, so cute. And then it led me down the whole rabbit hole of looking at all of the Quiltville quilts that Camille has offered, which I have seen before, but I never had looked at very closely, I guess. And Autumnville, my gosh, I think part of it is that I really want an autumn quilt. Like autumn is my favorite season, and so I really want a fall quilt. And that Autumnville one is so, so pretty. So yes, I'm using all of the called for colors, Vita. We have floss kits for this in the shop. So I got, as soon as it came out, like I contacted Camille right away. She hadn't even printed her pattern yet. And I contacted her right away and placed an order for a bunch of patterns. And I got all of the cloth and I got all of the floss to make up floss kits. Cause I was thinking about having this be like a mini stitch along to do with everybody, but then there was just too many other stitch alongs going on. So I had to say no, but then I jumped in this week and started it anyway. So it's very, very cute. I can't wait to get it done. And it's a little bit bigger than I thought it was. It's a lot bigger than I thought it was, actually. I mean, I think it finishes at 7 by 7 on 25 count. That's what I'm using is 25 count Lugana. I started on the wrong cloth. Had to order the right cloth from you, remember? Oh. Sam says, I changed my colors up a bit. Oh, the Ville quilts are awesome. They are pretty cute. Huckleberry says, so I have started. I just ordered this pattern. It's on the way to me now. Oh, yes, it is. It is. You guys, I'm going to post pictures later of what my morning was like trying to go. I had to call the post office because I had so many packages to go out and I couldn't, like I had to call them and pull up to their dock to unload from the back of my truck. It was very funny. I mean, and they were super nice about it and it was great. But I took some pictures of the back of our truck loaded up with all of the packages that went out today and they're on their way to you. So keep an eye on my Instagram later today. I'm probably going to post that. Stop tempting me, you guys, says Vita. I just need to make a copy of myself so I can do all of these cute stitches. I feel the same way. I feel like everyone should stitch it with us, says Sam. She is such an enabler. I said to my husband, no, it was one of the kids. They said, oh, is that stitch that you've been wanting to do? And I said, yes, I started it when I probably shouldn't have. And they were like, what do you mean? What, you shouldn't have started it? I said, I just have so much going on. I don't need to start another thing. But my friend Sam has been saying, you should stitch with me. You should stitch with me. And then I buckled and I just jumped in and I started and my kids were laughing about it. They thought it was really funny. So it's a lot of fun. It's always fun to stitch with somebody, I think. It's fun to kind of stitch along with somebody and enjoy each other's progress, and it makes the stitching go a lot more fun. Be a lot more fun, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so I started Stitchville. That's what I've gotten myself into. So happy little stitch boxes with gratitude went out today. You guys, I was up so late last night, filling boxes. And then I was trying to do more this morning, and my little one was in here helping. And I was like, oh my gosh, don't touch that. Don't touch that. And she was looking at our owl calendar, and she had a lot of fun with that for a while. So I got a lot done when she was looking at the owl calendar. But then she loves playing with my teeny tiny pillows. So she sits up here, and there's a little chair back here, and she sits up at the table behind my sewing machine, and she lines up all the pillows in a row. And I say, how many pillows are there? And she says, 3. I say, can you count them? And she goes, 3. And I say, 1. And she said, 3. So she likes to line up all the pillows over there. She always, when she's in here with me when I'm working, she likes to play with the teeny tiny pillows. So I got all of the boxes out though, which is a small miracle. I mean, they're all out. All of the boxes have been shipped. They're in the mail. They're on their way to you. I've learned some lessons that I will change things when I do boxes again in the future. One is that I've always thought like, okay, if you want to order other stuff with your box, then great, you should go ahead and order it. But I found out that it's really hard to ship these boxes with some other items. So I ended up having to ship some things separately because I couldn't put like 8.5 by 11 or 9 by 12 cross stitch patterns wouldn't fit in the little stitch box. But I couldn't put the little stitch box in a box with that cross stitch pattern unless it was a box big enough that I could lay it flat on the bottom. Otherwise, the cross stitch pattern would get crinkled and bent and ruined, and I don't want that. And so I ended up having to ship some things separately, even though they were ordered together. So I probably shot myself in the foot with some shipping charges on a number of orders, but they're all out. They all got shipped. But next time I may have to only have people order the box and not be able to order other stuff with it, or little stuff. Like there were some things that little things fit in the box underneath. And so that worked out okay. But I kind of wanted the box to stand on its own so that it would be just a box that you would be opening. But anyway, it all worked out. They're all out the door. And I'm so excited for you guys to get it. And I can't wait to hear what you think about it, see your posts about it, see videos. As soon as I started sending it, I started getting emails from people saying, yay, it's on the way. Can we share pictures? Can we do videos? Can we do like unboxing videos and all of that? So I said, yes, like I don't want to curb the excitement. And so please, if you're excited and you want to do videos and you want to share about it, please do that. But for those of you who have ordered it, if you haven't received it, then just be aware that there could be other stuff out there. If you want it to be a surprise, then just avoid those posts until you get it. I'm so excited, says Kim, to get my box. It's like Christmas early because I have no idea what's coming. I know. Hannah says, yay. I'm super excited to see the mystery stitch. Any hints? Well, it's Christmas and it's by Beverly, Flamingo Toes. And so it kind of has her same vintagey feel that a lot of her other stitches have. But I don't want to ruin the excitement of getting it and having it be a surprise. And the needle minder, oh my gosh, the needle minder is so cute. It's so cute. The stitch and the needle minder, and they go perfectly together. Like it's just darling. And she was nice enough to send me her model cross stitch that she did. She did this all for our shop, you guys. She did it exclusively for Happy Little Stitch Shop. Like people can't get this elsewhere. This is a stitch specifically for us. And so she did a model stitch of it and she finished it and everything. And she sent it to me to be able to share with you guys. So I'm going to try to share that with you next week after everybody gets their box and you can open it and see what's inside. So glad. Vita says, so glad I grabbed it when I did. When are we starting the stitch? You can stitch it all on your own. So that's not going to be a stitch along other than hopefully people can all kind of stitch along together. That would be fun. Do we need to wait to show the needle minder? I remember something. Yeah, I did say that, but no, I don't think you have to. You go ahead and share away. She's going to be doing her wide release in October, but part of the perk of this box was going to be able to get that early. And so go ahead and share it. And I can't wait to hear what you guys think about it. I really, really, really hope you guys like it. And on that note, I've reached out to some other designers and I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that other designers will work with me to be able to offer other boxes. In the future, Huckleberry says, super nice of Beverly. It was so nice of her. And she is such a sweetheart to work with. She really is. And she just had, like, in the midst of all of this, she had to have surgery. And so she had gallbladder surgery. And I was just like, I felt so bad that all of this was happening at the same time as she was trying to recover. So she's feeling much, much better now. And she shared that on her live stream. So I'm not sharing anything that was private or confidential or anything, but thankfully she's feeling much, much better. But it's so, so sweet of her. And she's so wonderful to work with. Like, she's just super wonderful to work with. There will definitely be more collaborations in our future. We both agreed. So I'm very, very thankful for that. And so I've reached out to other designers. I'm hoping that other designers will work with us and that we can offer other things to you guys. On a happy note, I've heard back from one of the designers I reached out to for a quilt box. And she has already sent me a mock-up of kind of what we were talking about. So I'm so excited. I'm not going to tell you who it is. I'm not going to give you any information until things are more solidified, because I have a lot of stuff that I need to get back to her about. But there could be a quilt box in the future. And based on the mock-up that she sent me this morning, I am super, super excited about it. But I still have so much work to do with it. So, I mean, there's still a lot of stuff that needs to happen before I can share a lot of information with you. But if it does all come together, my hope is that it will be around February that I'll be able to talk more with you about it and share more information about it, and hopefully little tidbits along the way. So that's exciting. I at least got a yes from somebody about a quilting box. So I'm excited about that. Okay, then let's move on. We've got a giveaway to do. We have, I had to pull out because this week was the first day of fall. I had to pull out Squirrely Girl. People have been ordering Squirrely Girl a lot, but I still have a lot of kits left. This one is adorable. So for anybody who's looking for a fall quilt kit, and this has everything in the kit that you need. So you get everything you need for quilt top and binding, and you get instructions, you get the quilt pattern, and backing is available separately in the shop, but everything that you need comes in this adorable little keepsake box. Squirrely Girl keepsake box. So Squirrely Girl is in the shop and ready to ship to you right away. Oh no. Oh yeah. Instagram only lasts for so long. So I'm glad you came over to YouTube, Nancy. Oh, is that you, Huckleberry? I didn't even see it. It stopped like right away. Huckleberry's trying to call me. A new quilt box, exciting. Yeah. Squirrely Girl is, oh, yes. So I'm super excited about that. I'm hoping to be able to share more with you in February or a little bit earlier. Sandy, good morning and wahoo. Looking forward to a new box. Nancy. Oh, good. I'm glad you got back. Huckleberry is a hoot. Okay. And then I have a Prim Fat 8th bundle. Somebody had requested one of these. And so when you make one, you end up with two. And so I have another one that is available here and ready to ship. It's in the shop if anybody's interested in a Prim Fat 8th bundle. Not a fat quarter bundle, it's a fat 8th bundle. So it's a good way, less expensive way for you to get your hands on all of these pretty fabrics. So that is in the shop. And then I've started to kind of mess around a little bit with some smaller bundles to be able to offer smaller fat quarter bundles. And I have a lot of work to do yet with it to try to get more out in the shop. But I put this one together for Halloween because I thought it would be fun. And if people are finishing up like Halloween stitches, maybe this would be good for cross stitch options. I don't know. Or any Halloween stuff that people are doing. But you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fat quarters. You get a black one, you get striped, you get orange hashtag, white, green hashtag, and this is the Gunny Sack Halloween Gunny Sack by Lori Holt. So it's got black and orange stuff in there. So this is out in the shop right now. I'm going to try to take a better picture to post out there, but it is listed in the shop right now. Okay, I think that's all the stuff that I have to share with you. We are going to do our drawing for our cross stitch pattern from last week. So this is the pattern that is up for the prize this week. It is called Quaker Bluebird Sampler by Willow Hill Samplings. It's very, very cute. For those of you who love doing samplers, this is darling. Okay, so first of all, I guess I should share with you what the prize is for next week. And the question for next week is, what is your all-time favorite movie? Your all-time favorite movie ever? Put that in the comments. Be sure you give us a thumbs up. Be sure you subscribe to us on YouTube. We're at like 639 or 640. I don't think we'll get another 60 in a week, but as close as we could get to 700, that'd be awesome. I'd be pretty excited about that. So be sure you subscribe. Be sure that you share about our channel and try to get other people to subscribe and join us. Be sure you give us a thumbs up and like us, like our videos, so then more people can find us. Be sure you comment in the comments section because that helps other people find us too. Be sure you're following us on Instagram or Facebook and join our Happy Little Stitchers group on Facebook. We'd love to have you. So once you do all those things and you answer the question for the week in the comments section, then you get entered into the drawing for the week. So again, the question for this week is, what is your all-time favorite movie? And this is what you could win. We'll draw for this next week. This is Hands-On Design, Sunflower Manor to celebrate autumn, since it's the first day of fall was this week. So we'll draw for that next week. Right now, we're going to draw for this sampler right here. Kim says, I love the idea of smaller fat quarter bundles. Vita says, it's a wonderful life. Oh, be sure you comment in the comment section after the video is done. So the video will end and then the live chat will go away. And then there will be a comment section that will show up after the video is done. Comment there. And then that's where I take all of the names from for the drawing. Okay, so here we go. We're going to draw for this one. I can't, oh, this one popped right out. We'll just use this. Lisa Gully. Lisa, you have won the Quaker Bluebird Sampler. So please contact me to claim your prize. If I don't hear from you, then it'll be available again in the future sometime. But when you win a prize, please reach out and contact me and let me know that you would like it. And then I will get it in the mail to you. So Lisa Gully, congratulations, Lisa. Send me a note or send me an email and claim your beautiful cross stitch chart. Everybody says, congratulations, Lisa. Okay, everybody, you guys have a great, great week. I am so thankful to have connected with you guys today. And thank you so much for taking time out of your day to listen to me babble on about cross stitch and quilting goodness. Oh no, Sharon, you're gonna have to watch later. Everybody have a wonderful, wonderful week. And I will see you again here next week. 1:30 p.m. Central Standard Time on Thursday with Happy Little Stitch Shop. Thank you so much. We'll see you then. Happy stitching, everyone. Have a wonderful, wonderful week.